What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about Lori Harvey. Lori Harvey has not been taking this breakup very well. Even though it could have been insinuated that she left him, it's looking more and more like he left her or that he's over her. Now, I've spoken about their breakup and the fallout. I'll link those videos in the description. I've spoken about Michael B. Jordan. I've spoken about Marjorie Harvey and her subliminally speaking on their relationship. And now it seems like Lori is the mask is slipping. The mask is definitely slipping from Lori Harvey because she usually does not focuses on exes, right? She's been with all these different guys, right? But when she breaks up with them, it's over. You've had Future sort of reference her after breaking up, right? She didn't say anything, but she has done some very petty things using her parents, right, to subliminally diss Michael B. Jordan. Let's be real. That's what's going on. She also posted on her Instagram story a picture of a license plate, some random person's license plate that said dump him. And once again, to me, it shows that Lori is feeling some type of way because Michael has already moved on. He's already deleted pictures of her on his social media because he still had them up, but they're gone now. She wanted her hot girl summer. Now she has it. And now she's putting that stuff in her IG story for people to interpret. But people who understand Lori Harvey, we understand that she thought that she would walk away from that and not look back. And it's looking more and more like Michael B. Jordan has walked away and is not looking back. Apparently, he is with his ex, right? And Lori Harvey herself, is with nobody. Now, some people are going to say, well, maybe she's with somebody and we don't know. When have the last time Lori Harvey dated somebody that we didn't know about? Listen, if Lori Harvey is dating somebody else, we are going to know about it. She is not going to hide the fact that she's with somebody else. Okay? She's not in a relationship right now because she's not with anybody. Now, she might be dating here or there. Now I could be wrong. Maybe y'all know more than me, but I haven't seen her with anybody. I haven't seen her dating any new person because trust me, she's going to date somebody famous. I highly doubt that she's going to date somebody that's not well known. That's not a part of the Lori Harvey brand. But what a lot of women like Lori Harvey are going to have to understand is when you choose to go out there and when you choose to have your hot girl summers, you got to understand if you leave a guy that really likes you, that is really successful, that can actually do better without you, there's no going back. He's not going to let you back. How many of y'all are going to want to bet that after breaking up, she wanted to reconcile and he didn't? Because again, Lori Harvey was good for Michael B. Jordan's brand because Michael B. Jordan had been getting pressed for years for not dating openly a black woman. Not just any black woman. She has to be a brown or darker complected black woman. This can't be a light-skinned black woman. Can't be a biracial black woman. It has to be a Lori Harvey looking black female. And he did that. And I think that Michael B. Jordan's like, I'm going to go where I'm loved. I'm not going to date you. Not to say he didn't like Lori, because I'm pretty sure Michael B. Jordan liked Lori. He liked being with her. But I think that guys like Michael B. Jordan, we do tend to put a lot in relationships and not get any return on that because we're with the person who cares more about how the outside perceives her and trying to have this celebrity relationship that's going to grow her brand over actually having a relationship. Michael B. Jordan didn't have problems with women before he got with Lori. He didn't have public relationship. This was like the first relationship that Michael B. Jordan had where he was very public about his girlfriend who was dating. And he did that with Lori. He took a risk to open himself up to displaying his relationship. And it utterly failed. I do think that Michael B. Jordan may have wanted to take the relationship further, but Lori Harvey didn't. And now that she got what she wanted, she's single again. It ain't worked out like she thought it would. This is why she's subliminally dissing Michael B. Jordan. You should have moved on from Michael B. Jordan. Y'all broke up weeks ago. Why are you subliminally dissing him? When you're posting random people's license plates saying dump him, we know what you're talking about. When your mother is putting out posts, when your stepdaddy Steve is saying certain things, speaking on the relationship, the only real quiet person has been Michael B. Jordan. He's been the only quiet person in this whole situation. He's been the only one that's been quiet. Lori, you could say Lori too has been quiet, but she's been subliminally dissing in her own way. Now, again, she could be fine. She could end up with somebody else, but this is not typical of Lori Harvey's behavior. Lori Harvey usually just moves on, right? You don't hear, she doesn't speak of anything else in regards to exes, but you could tell that she's bothered by something. You could tell she's bothered. She's bothered by the fact that he's moved on, apparently to his ex-girlfriend, and she's pretty much hasn't moved on yet. You see, women don't want to leave men on good terms. Some women do, but I think there's a lot of women out there that like leaving men destroyed, like leaving men obsessed with them. They don't want to leave that relationship on good terms. They want that man destroyed so he doesn't date another woman who's better than her and doesn't move on, doesn't get married. You know, Michael B. Jordan could move on and get married and have the life that he's always wanted to have, like his parents. And I think he should go and do whatever he feels is good for him and not let this relationship sway him, his decision to not want to pursue those goals. Now, I'm not the biggest proponent and fan of marriage. I think it's a waste. But I mean, if that's what you choose to do, that's what you choose to do. I would tell you to make sure that you choose the right person, because if you choose the wrong person, it's going to set you back a lot. And depending on if you marry somebody and divorce them, it's going to cost you financially. And you don't want to be in that situation. You always want things to be to your benefit. You don't want them to not be to your benefit. So that's why I tell people, don't focus so much on trying to marry a woman. Focus on building yourself up. Focus on making yourself the best man you possibly can be. Focus on those goals before you feel like you need to go and focus on getting a wife. Because again, those are sort of like the road that society wants us to go in. They want us to go and search for a woman and then work to take care of that woman. And then when we break up with her or divorce her, they want us to take care of her after we've broken up. That is a cycle that I don't like, and that's a cycle that most men shouldn't like either. I think Lori Harvey is in a situation that she's never been in before. She broke up with a guy that can do better than her, that can choose better than her, that wants a wife, a girlfriend, a long term, right? And Lori ain't looking for that, which is fine. But don't be subliminally dissing this man when he said nothing about you personally. Just move on, okay? There are women that say that men have a hard time moving on. I don't think that's the case. I think men can move on. I think that there's a lot of women out there that are very petty, and when things don't go their way, they get petty and their behavior get petty, and they tend to subliminally say and do things. Like, you got women that will constantly reference how bad their ex is, how narcissistic their ex is, even though the ex isn't saying anything. But that is her way of controlling the narrative. And I think that Lori Harvey in this situation is trying to control the narrative. So let me know in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll see y'all on the next one.